Welcome to my kitchen, everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about medications, processed foods, and hidden sugars, and how they affect your osteoporosis. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Ed DeBoo, physical therapist from Integrated Physical Therapy in rainy Bellingham, Washington today. So when I see a client with osteoporosis through the clinic, one of the things that I get them to do is do a kitchen clean out. And the first stop in the kitchen clean out is the medicine cabinet. It's not uncommon for some of my senior clients to be on multiple prescription medications, sometimes 5, 6, 7+ medications. As a health industry, we do a great job of prescribing medications, but we don't do a great job of describing medications. And oftentimes my clients will tell me that they have multiple medications from multiple different doctors. The issue is sometimes the side effects from 5 or more medications is dizziness and an increased risk of falling, which of course for osteoporosis is the very last thing we want to happen. So this is what I recommend that you do, is make a list of all the medications that you have from all your different providers, and then go into your primary care doctor and ask them, look, do I still need to be taking all of these medications at this particular dosage? I'm definitely not telling you to stop your medication, but what I am telling you to do is let's do a prescription medication audit to find out if you really do still need some of the medication that you're on. The next thing we're going to talk about are other medications that we're on for sometimes completely different conditions, but they could be affecting the body's ability to absorb micronutrients, which in turn can affect bone mineral density. So for example, if someone is on a long-term use of corticosteroids like prednisone, or if someone has asthma and they're on a long-term inhaler, we have to be careful because sometimes those medications interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium. So on one hand, you're getting all your calcium in through your food, you're taking maybe a supplement, but you're not absorbing those micronutrients. Another common over-the-counter medication is heartburn medication. Oftentimes those are called PPIs, protein pump inhibitors. They also can affect your body's ability to absorb calcium. So you really want to make sure that you really do need those. Once again, talk to your doctor if there's something else that you can take instead. Also, if you have an autoimmune condition, I have many clients that are on Synthroid. I make sure the Synthroid is well monitored because once again, that can impact your body's ability to absorb macronutrients and in turn make and develop new bone. Now let's talk about food. Sure, of course, the best thing is to eat whole foods that don't have labels, don't come in a box, but oftentimes that's not reality, especially with busy lives. As you probably know, processed food has been linked to all sorts of diseases, not just osteoporosis. Increased risk of cancer, dementia, cardiovascular disease, the list goes on and on. So we really want to try to minimize processed foods. But remember, processed foods are on a continuum. We can have minimally processed foods, which just make our life more convenient. And then of course we have the ultra-processed foods that we really want to try to avoid. Like these pistachio nuts, for example. They're processed, but minimally processed. They're shelled and have a little bit of salt in them. So if you're going to have processed foods, you want to be on the minimally processed side of it. You don't have time to soak your beans overnight. The can of black beans just has water and salt. So once again, minimally processed, but not too bad for us. At the other end of the continuum, we have the ultra-processed foods, crackers, and of course, the Friday night special, frozen pizza. You can't get much more processed than this. Now, no one is saying to completely avoid processed foods, but the idea is to put some bumpers on it and to minimize that. So what I tell my clients is really try to minimize food that comes out of box, is frozen, and has a jingle or a mascot. The last stop in our kitchen clean out is hidden sugar. Now, I love cookies. Straight up, I love cookies. So if I'm gonna have something that's sugary and it's gonna be a treat, then I'm gonna make sure that it's something really good. These aren't the kind of sugars that I'm talking about. Of course, we wanna try to limit the overall amount of sugar we get. Average American gets like 13 to 17 teaspoons of sugar every single day. And through a cascade of effects, sugar increases inflammation, chances of diabetes, all sorts of things we don't want. So really put some bumpers on the overall sugar and the sweets that we have. The hidden sugars are what we need to get rid of in our diet because those are the sneaky sugars that the food companies put in there just to get us to eat more of it. Places for sneaky sugar, pasta sauce, salad dressings. We don't need them to be sweet. Check your peanut butter label. Oftentimes they'll throw some sugar in there too. So here's your homework. First of all, medication list. Talk to your doctor, make sure that you need all those medications. Second thing is, look at everything you're taking over the counter just to make sure that it's not interfering with your body's ability to absorb micronutrients. Number 3, look for hidden sugars in your house and get rid of all food that has the hidden sugars. The great thing is that you can get bread with less sugar, ketchup with less sugar, salad dressing with less sugar. We don't need those hidden sugars. When you do go for something sweet, just put some bumpers on it. And lastly, take a look at the ultra-processed foods and really try to minimize the frozen pizzas, the cereals. Remember, anything that comes out of a box has a mascot or a jingle has got to go. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care.